Hey, Bobby Manning here. Welcome to the Garden Report, where the Celtics beat the 76ers 106-99. Josue Pavon here with me. We recapped this game already over on Celtics All Access, so you can go check that out. We got breaking news, though, from the post game.
Unfortunately.
Joe Mazzulla saying that he hadn't heard from Jaylen Brown after he left the game here with a collision involving Jason Tatum just 17 minutes in. Struggled. Him and Tatum in this one together against that 76ers defense. Tatum finishing just 5 of 15. Jaylen shoots 2 of 9 before he goes out, including 0 of 4 from 3. They're both chasing a rebound in that second quarter and collide.
Right next to you, actually. Right in there.
Right over there. And Brown exits quickly. Hand over his face. I think the left side of his face got collided with Tatum's arm. And we got news pretty quickly after Mazzulla talked that Brown suffered a facial fracture. In street clothes, the Twitter account that reports on sports injuries indicated that Brown could miss 4 games. That's about the time left until the All-Star break. 11 days or so with no surgery. Double that with surgery, which would knock him out through the All-Star break, and maybe a little beyond that if he needs to recover from surgery. So terrible news on a night like this. So the Celtics already lost Robert Williams, Al Horford shortly before the game, and Marcus Smart, it appears, is probably going to miss through the All-Star break as well.
Yeah, it's such a big blow, Bobby, especially heading into the All-Star break, or at least we're close to it. And Jaylen, who this is only his second, it's going to be his second All-Star game, so he might not play. And for the Celtics, obviously, where they are in terms of the standings and keeping up with being on top of it in the Eastern Conference, I think Jaylen's a big part of that. It's unfortunate to see him go down. How this team responds was probably going to be similar to what we saw today, right? Guys like Derek White stepping in, Malcolm Brogdon.
3-guard lineups
leading
late.
the bench. Yeah, 3-guard lineups late. So the Celtics are going to have to get a bit small moving forward without him. But yeah, it's a tremendous loss, and it's unfortunate because I feel like Jaylen's on the cusp of doing something special here, especially when it comes to him finding that rhythm, that stride that he's been in, and all of a sudden now it comes to a screeching halt.
And I think, too, with his preparation, he's so meticulous. He's at practice all day. You see how much he works on that jump shot and his dribbles and everything. That mask could be a problem for him whenever he does come back, because you have to imagine that he will be wearing a mask when that happens.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, definitely. That's just what we've seen in the past from NBA players who've gone through similar injuries, and I'm sure Jaylen's no different. Seeing how he goes through this, obviously, will be interesting. If he travels with the team or not, we'll wait and see. But it's just bad news overall. Just not what you want to hear, especially for someone like Jaylen, who, again, about to go to his second All-Star game, might most likely going to miss that, and then to come back and see how he responds. It'll be interesting to see how the Celtics going to do without him.
Sam Hauser incredible in this one, too.
Yeah, they'll need more of that.
We talked a lot about the depth contributions in this game that went into the win. Joel Embiid shouted out Hauser among other Celtic depth players when I asked him what makes the Celtics so tough to beat. He went right down the line. Grant, White, all the different players that the Celtics put out there in this one, including Cornette, who he threw the stink sign to. He didn't want to comment on that after this game. But
he would have if it was a W, though. You know he would have.
You see this game show off that the Celtics have some depth. But you also see the challenge it puts on the starters, like Tatum, who struggled in this one. Second lowest scoring total of the season for him. 4th time all year that he scored in the teens. And I just see him slowing down a little bit more each game. Great passing performance from him after some early turnovers. But with Brown out, he's going to have to play even more.
I know. And you could tell in this one that Philadelphia was thinking, okay, we can shut down Tatum. We should be all right.
They were doubling him a lot.
Right, especially in the second half. And it was like, okay, these guys can't shoot like this all night. But then they did. And I don't know if that's going to be a pattern moving forward, especially without Jaylen. But one thing that you have to be confident about with this other team is that they'll find a way to win without needing Tatum to score 30 points. I mean, against the Philadelphia team, that's a good test. I mean, that's the type of team that was looking to make a statement against you here in your own house, in your building, and the Celtics held their own. I mean, it wasn't one of those where they were falling or fighting from behind all night long. I mean, yeah, they did give up that lead relatively quickly, a 10-point lead that zeroed down to a 1-possession game. However, they fought back and they held on to it. And I think that's a testament to where this team is in their progression and when it comes to just closing out games with or without Jaylen, with or without a humongous performance from Jason Tatum.
And we know they can win without him scoring a ton, but can they win without him playing a ton? That's my concern. Do they need to make a move for a wing tomorrow?
I would love to see that happen, but I just feel like when it comes to what the Celtics need, that secondary wing defender, 3-and-D guy, whoever this guy is, it's going to cost you. I don't think it's just a matter of future first-round picks, even if that's in the conversation. I think it's players as well. So are the Celtics willing to give up certain pieces for that guy, whoever it is, or do they explore through the buyout market? What's Jay Crowder's situation? I keep mentioning his name because
old friend Josh Richardson.
I would love to see him back on this team. Josh Richardson wouldn't be bad. I mean, guys like that. I think more about Jay just because of not only his history with the team, but just who he is as a defender. Sort of like a angry guy, a mean guy, if you will, right? That's sort of like
very angry.
That aggression, you know what I mean? Like the Celtics need a goon, okay? That's what they need. They need someone who could obviously produce, who can score, who can give you a little bit of something on both ends of the floor. Hardwood. But someone like that, someone that can just be the muscle for your second unit. I wouldn't mind seeing that addressed, whether it's a rim protector in a center or a lockdown defender, a wing defender.
We'll talk some more about the deadline in our next video. Go check that out on Celtics All Access. Of course, we talked about the game as well. And of course, show our sponsors some love. HelloFresh.com/Garden65. Great week to try them out. You know why?
Good. So good.
It's the big game.
Yes, that too, actually. Yeah, I thought you meant in general.
Give yourself a couple of different meals to throw together, sides. I'm sure they even have some snacks over there that suffice as well. You can customize it every week. It comes right to your door fresh, and it's pre-portioned. I know a lot of you are going to be running to the market trying to look for stuff. It's going to be crazy there this weekend.
Yeah.
Get delivered to your door and get 65% off when you go to HelloFresh.com/Garden65. That's free shipping as well when you use that offer. Check them out. And Athletic Greens, a great way to restart into this new year. Vitamins, minerals, adaptogens, probiotics. It's as easy as just pouring in your water, and people love it. The reviews are through the roof.
Go care of your health, guys.
AthleticGreens.com/Garden is going to get you 5 free travel packs of it, as well as a year's supply of vitamin D. Go check it out, AthleticGreens.com/Garden. We're going to talk deadline next. Hopefully that doesn't expire by the time these deals are flying through at a mile a minute. Celtics were talking about all the deals that went through tonight while they were playing. We're going to talk about some deals that could happen into tomorrow and react to the ones that did happen tonight in our next video. Go check that out. Josue, Pavon, Manning. This has been the Garden Report.